South Africa's political arena has once again erupted into chaos as the uMkhonto weSizwe (MK) party launches a blistering attack against the African National Congress (ANC), accusing it of deliberately sabotaging key parliamentary investigations into corruption and misuse of state funds. The explosive claims, made during a heated press briefing outside Parliament on Thursday, have sent shockwaves across the country, igniting public outrage and reopening old wounds about accountability, transparency, and power abuse in the post-apartheid government. According to MK party spokesperson Nhlamulo Ndhlela, the ANC's behavior within several parliamentary committees has crossed from political interference into what he termed a full-scale assault on the integrity of South Africa's democratic institutions. He alleged that ANC MPs are blocking or stalling critical corruption probes, especially those that involve high-ranking officials or state-linked companies. What we are witnessing is not just obstruction, it's systematic sabotage, Ndhlela declared. The ANC is protecting its own while ordinary South Africans continue to suffer the consequences of corruption, unemployment, and a collapsing economy. It's a national embarrassment that the ruling party is more interested in covering up than cleaning up. The MK party's fury reportedly stems from recent committee sessions where attempts to summon certain former cabinet members and government executives for questioning were allegedly voted down or indefinitely postponed by ANC representatives. Among the stalled probes are investigations into public procurement scandals, irregular expenditure at state-owned enterprises, and the alleged misuse of COVID-19 relief funds, cases that have lingered for years without resolution. Political analysts suggest that the MK party, still riding the wave of its insurgent entry into parliament, sees this confrontation as a defining moment. By positioning itself as a champion of anti-corruption and accountability, the party is signaling its readiness to challenge the ANC's long-held dominance. But this is not just a political stunt, MK leaders insist it's about principle. Our democracy cannot function when Parliament, the very institution tasked with oversight, becomes a playground for the corrupt, said MK MP Bonginkosi Kanyal during the press briefing. If the ANC continues to use its majority to suffocate transparency, then they are declaring war on the people of South Africa. The ANC, on the other hand, has dismissed the accusations as reckless populism and political grandstanding. ANC Chief Whip Phemi Majidina responded sharply, saying that the ruling party remains committed to transparency and that all parliamentary matters follow due process. The MK party must learn to differentiate between due process and disruption, Majidina said. Parliamentary investigations take time, and not every delay is evidence of sabotage. We reject this attempt to undermine Parliament's credibility. Still, critics argue that the ANC's long history of internal corruption scandals, ranging from the state capture era to more recent procurement controversies, makes it difficult for the public to trust its denials. Civil society groups like OUTA and Corruption Watch have also expressed frustration over what they describe as the culture of impunity among political elites. As tensions escalate, the MK party has vowed to push for a parliamentary inquiry into the alleged obstruction, demanding that Speaker of Parliament Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula ensure accountability within the committees. Some insiders have even hinted that the MK caucus is considering legal action if the Speaker fails to act. Political commentators warn that this confrontation could deepen divisions within Parliament, especially as opposition parties rally behind the MK party's demand for transparency. The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and Democratic Alliance, DA, have both expressed interest in joining a joint oversight initiative, signaling a rare moment of cross-party unity against the ANC's alleged misconduct. For ordinary citizens, however, the spectacle in Parliament feels all too familiar, another reminder that promises of reform often dissolve into political theatre. We were told corruption would end, but it's the same story with new faces, said a Johannesburg resident interviewed by local media. Now MK is shouting, but will anything really change? As the dust settles, one thing is clear, the MK party has drawn a line in the sand. Whether it leads to real accountability or just another round of political point scoring remains to be seen. But their warning echoes loudly across South Africa's fragile democracy. If Parliament cannot investigate corruption without interference, Ndhlela said, then it's not just the ANC that's failing, it's the entire system.